Hey everybody, Old Iron Will here. Today I'm gonna take you along as I install this stabilizer kit onto my Chinese round column mill, my RF31. So if you've got some interest in that, stick around and I'll show you how easy it goes. It's pretty quick actually. So guys, this is something I've had sitting around. I think I ordered this last April 2025. I was just looking to see if there's a date that I could easily see on here, and not seeing anything right off the top of my head. Anyways, I ordered this from Bruce. I think his name's Bruce Whitham from Australia. And what it is it's a stiffening kit for my mill. I have one of those Chinese round column mills, RF31, I think was what some people call them, a Rong Fu, all those type of things. And you know, there's definitely a problem with them if you need to adjust the height of it with how everything was swinging. This is supposed to kind of help keep everything straight. So, you know, it's only been sitting here for 9 months. I guess we should open it, see what's in here, and then start playing and put it on. So open it this way. Okay. So basically, in a nutshell, this clamps onto the round column part. This will be bolted onto the housing. This bolts to here, and then this round square bar of aluminum is the guide as to what kind of keeps it all straight and true. And so I'm gonna have to read up a little bit on installing it, thinking about how I'm going to do it. I just wanted to get this open today, start studying up on it a little bit. So, you know, the mill works pretty good, but this is definitely a drawback of it. And then if this works as good as it does, I think it's going to, and what I've seen online, my plan will be to put a digital readout on there as well. So, not that I do a ton of milling, but you know, if I get it where it's a little more user-friendly, I might do a lot more milling. So anyways, I'm gonna go study up on this. I'll bring you back when I'm ready to install it. So everybody, going to install the Trueline 8 stabilizer kit for my Rong Fu mill here, my RF31. So big challenge with these column drills is when you need to manually adjust the height. This whole head can move around, right? So it's always been a challenge of them. So you know, so when you go to there is workarounds, you know, with measuring and stuff that you can do, but the whole idea of this is just so you don't have to do that, so you can quickly make a change. So first thing I need to do is I just need to install this bracket on the bottom there with this bearing block already attached. So I'm just going to go ahead and hook that up. Next, I need to drop the head down. I don't need to worry about being perfectly square right now during the installation process, so next we have this bar. Just need a little bit of clearance down there at the bottom. Next we have this angle bracket. Just gonna pull that back off. Then I gotta drill some holes. Just gonna center punch these. I've marked them. Need to tap those 3 holes. This is all metric hardware, so an M8 by 1.25 for thread. So again, it's not a thick casting, so you got to be a little bit careful here, but just check the test fit of these threads. So. So there's the install. So now when a guy cranks her up, it doesn't have that. I'm just gonna slide this over a little bit. Definitely doesn't have the swing in her anymore, so it's gonna be much better. And the nice part is you can just loosen this clamp up here for whatever reason if you do need to swing the head. You can put a digital readout on there. I was missing one bolt out of the package. Not a big deal, I can come up with that. And then The only other one is there's a bit of a bolt go through there just as a tensioner for the bearing. Bearing should last a long time before a guy really ever needs to worry about adjusting that. But here we go. The True Line 8 stabilizer kit installed. Probably the next thing I need to get for this mill for me is to find myself a digital readout kit. I think that'll make it a lot more user-friendly again, even still more. So like I say, use bridge ports and stuff in this neck of the woods are impossible to find. And it even took me a long time to come up with this mill, because I didn't want to buy new, right? So I bought this one secondhand, but got a pretty reasonable when I did buy it. So used it a few times, but plan to use it a whole lot more. Well, thanks everybody. Hopefully you found that somewhat informative if you've got one of these Chinese column mills. Like I say, this one's an RF31 and they're pretty common, so there are a lot of them out there. They get a bad knock because of this, because of the column and how that head can swing and stuff like that. So this definitely should help. So very good. Talk to you later, everybody. Cheers for now. So just a quick little addendum to this video. I actually had this bracket on, had to flip it there. So the longer side should go and attach to the aluminum bar. The shorter one here, if you do it up that way, it's nice and flush with just how the casting and everything works. Just looks a little cleaner on the mill when it's mounted on there. So it'll work either way, but really that's the way it should go. So just be aware of that, guys, if you're doing this. Don't make the mistake I initially made there, but like I say, it'll work either way. But again, hopefully you found this video useful. Please like and subscribe. I know I mostly focus on engines and tractors and stuff like that, but when I kind of do something like this, I'll probably just do a quick share and let you guys know. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good addition to this mill. So thanks everybody. Talk to you later.